All right, so I'm going to review the exit ticket. This question is asking us to solve the equation for all values of x and identify if the solutions are real or extraneous. So looking at this equation, I see we have a square root. In order to undo that, we're going to square both sides of the equation. So on this left side, the square gets rid of the square root. So we're left with x minus 10. On this right side, we have x minus 12 squared. So that's x minus 12 times x minus 12. In order to multiply these together, we can FOIL or use the box method. I'm going to show how to use the box method. First, we draw out our box with these 4 sections, and we write one x minus 12 up here, and the other one down here. X times x is x squared, so it goes in this box. X times negative 12 is negative 12x, so we can write that in this box. Same here, x times negative 12 is negative 12x, so it goes in this box as well. For this last box, we have negative 12 times negative 12, and that's 144. So if you see this diagonal as our like terms, we're going to be adding together. All together, we have x squared minus 12x minus 12x plus 144. So when we combine these two, we get x squared minus 24x plus 144. And we can write that here on our right side of the equation. And so the next step is we want to get everything over to one side. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides and add 10 to both sides. So we can eliminate these on this side. So we just have 0 over here. Our x squared stays the same, but we have 24x, or negative 24x minus x, which is negative 25x. And we have 144 plus 10, which is 154. I don't really know a lot of the factors of 154, so I'm not going to try factoring here. I'm just going to jump to the quadratic equation because that is simpler to me than trying to factor this. So the first step of using the quadratic equation is identifying our a, b, and c values. Our a value is 1, because we can imagine a 1 in front of this x squared. Our b value is negative 25. And our c value is 154. The quadratic formula is x equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So now that we have identified our a, b, and c values, we can just plug into the quadratic equation and solve for x. So the opposite of our b value, negative 25, is just positive 25. So we have 25 plus or minus the square root of our b value squared, which is negative 25 squared, minus 4 times our a value, which is 1, times our c value, which is 154. And that's all over 2 times 1. So our next step is just simplify. 25 squared is 625, and negative 4 times 1 times 154 is 616, and 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 25 plus or minus the square root of 625 minus 616 all over 2. And we can simplify it further to the square root of 9, because 625 minus 616 is 9. The square root of 9 is 3. So we have 25 plus or minus 3 over 2. Now that we're here, we can split these up into two solutions. X equals 25 plus 3 over 2, and x equals 25 minus 3 over 2. 25 plus 3 is 28. So we have x equals 14 as one of our solutions, and x equals 25 minus 3 is 22. 22 divided by 3 is 11. So now we have our two solutions, but we have to check still if they're real or extraneous. So I have this copied down again. This is our original equation. And now we're just going to check both of our answers, starting with x equals 14. So in order to check, anywhere we have an x, we just put a 14. So we have the square root of 14 minus 10 equals 14 minus 12. On this side, we have the square root of 4 equals 2. And simplifying, we get 2 equals 2. And that's correct. So we know our solution x equals 14 is real. Now we have to check our other one. Check x equals 11. The same way, wherever we see an x, we put an 11. 11 minus 10 equals 11 minus 12. So on this side, we get the square root of 1, because 11 minus 10 is 1. And 11 minus 12 is negative 1. So here, when we have a radical, our answer is just going to be the positive. So we get positive 1 equals negative 1, which is not correct. So we know this solution, x equals 11, is extraneous. So this is our final answer. There's a lot of steps in this problem. First, we squared both sides, got everything over to one side, chose a method to solve, found our two solutions, and then checked our answers to see if they're real or extraneous. To get our final answer of x equals 4 is a real solution, and x equals 11 is an extraneous solution. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps.